Oh, well, this is Hey-o! Welcome to another episode of the Best Friends Discuss podcast. I'm your host with the most, Mike. And with me, I have my co-host, Brad. The Bad. Really nailing it this episode.
That's one way to put it.
All right. Well, you don't need to be a jerk about it. Oh, I get it. You were being the bad.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Classic comedy. Boom, 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 ba-da-boom. All right. Hey, Brad, what are we doing today?
Much fun.
Yeah. We do have a special guest with us today.
Yeah?
No.
No.
What are we doing today, Brad?
Because it's not like it's a set thing. It's kind of like headlines, but it's also weird randomness.
Well, so there was something you wanted to talk about.
I don't know if I want to talk about. I feel like it needs to be talked about, though.
No, it should be talked about. But then I was like, how about we just add it and then we'll just also do some random like news clips that we found. So it's kind of like headlines plus. or it's like the extra column on a newspaper for those of you who know what newspapers are. But it could be like a side column kind of thing of like where they kind of like let like the intern write that one. That's all I have. So it's headlines plus. You have something you want to bring up, and then we're just gonna go into headlines like classic
Comedy? No?
Yeah, classic stuff that we do, because we are an established podcast with where we have gone international. We're an international podcast.
We are.
We're
Over 1,000 views.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. Even though it's an audio-only podcast, we
Whatever.
have 1,000 views. Wow.
Views. Yes.
Boy, howdy.
That's how good we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How special.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you brought this up to me a while ago, and I was like, "Holy crap! This is so batshit crazy. We need to talk about it."
And obviously, batshit crazy means Tracy Remington.
Oh boy, Tracy Joe Remington. The Fanthers are coming out. Wow.
I need you to stop that.
Not gonna happen. When you're a Fanther, you're a Fanther for life.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Even though we've been Fanthers for like not even a month.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, but so you actually called me up and you were like, she has a new conspiracy theory that is so just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, batshit crazy, all kinds of like she should be in a straight jacket. And then you started reading it to me, and I was like, holy shit, that is some stirred up craziness.
Yeah.
So without further ado, go for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, she takes her conspiracies to a whole new level with this one. It basically involves the entire world now. Everyone that you can think of that's important at some point.
Everybody's a pedophile
Pretty much.
until proven otherwise. Like it's Law and Order.
Let's get iced tea on this.
Yeah. I don't know. Prove to me you're not a pedophile. How can I do that? Jared Fogle couldn't.
Oh.
He had to give somebody his foot long. Nope. Did not like
A little
that.
too far.
Yeah.
You are a true Fanther.
So this is what I did. I found the fence. I found the line, the fence. Went over it. Saw that I went over it and went back.
Yeah.
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 Didn't mean it.
Yeah. So,
Jared Fogle meant it.
because he was working for the Clintons.
He also likes Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah. Oh. It's like a circle.
It's like a circle.
It's like a circle.
The circle of life. It brings us all.
Yeah. So her new conspiracy theory It's about the coronavirus.
Ooh, that's relevant and topical.
It is. And why it's being such a big deal right now. So, the coronavirus, according to her, really, yeah.
The
Let me try that out.
coronavirus.
The coronavirus. I don't think she thinks it's a real plague, really, like a real virus, but instead a full-on cover-up and a way for Trump to take out the pedophiles.
Ooh, he's doing God's work.
Yes.
Because he's, what do you call
The
him?
God Emperor.
The God Emperor?
For you, Nana. So,
Maybe that's why she has a migraine.
yeah. Basically, he's going to drain the swamp of the world.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, he's moved on from the U.S.
Wow.
He's going to clear the world.
Because he obviously did that in his first 4 years.
I mean, he's going to have 4 more years. So, he's got the time.
Yeah, I guess he did such a good job clearing the swamp in his first 4 years. He's now taking on the world.
Yeah.
No, I gotcha. Okay, I kind of see where Tracy's going with it.
Yeah. Okay. So,
She, you know what? It sounds sensible. As you go,
you found
further.
that line again, and you crossed it once more.
I didn't even mention it, Jared Fogle or Kevin Spacey.
Oh, he's in here. How about we start?
Hey, go for it. I'll
Okay.
stop interrupting.
So, food for thought. That's how she starts it off.
Classic. Obviously, because of the Jolly Ranchers and
Yeah.
McDonald's and Tyson
Obviously.
chicken nuggets.
And the Sour Patch Kids.
And Sour Patch. Oh, yeah. I'd have. Forget it.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Uh,
Mountain Dew.
This morning at 4:30 a.m., Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was served with criminal indictment by the U.S. for corporate and financial crimes. Media owners were instructed to brainwash everyone that Trudeau and his wife have coronavirus and they won't be leaving their house for a while. Tom Hanks was arrested 48 hours ago for pedophilia, and he is currently being kept in a hotel room in Australia, refused to fly back to the USA. The next celebrity arrest will be Celine Dion, Madonna, Charles Barkley, and Kevin Spacey. Dun, dun, dun.
Let's fact check real quick. Have any of those people been arrested yet or claim they have the corona?
I do not know.
You were supposed to fact check.
I mean, I know
Did you-
Madonna did some kind of weird, stupid Instagram post that nobody cares about
Well, yeah.
while she's in quarantine.
We'll get Karen on it.
Okay.
We'll fact check. Oh, what's that? Oh, none of them are sick with it? Weird. It's like this was made up.
Hey, whoa. Calm down now.
No,
There's
go
still
for it.
more to go through.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
Italy's airports have been completely shut down, as over 80 Vatican and financial officials have been served the same criminal indictments for financial crimes, pedophilia, child trafficking, and sex abuse.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. So what you're telling me is that she thinks Trump served a bunch of pastors, priests, popes, whatever
In Italy.
In Italy.
Yes.
So he went outside of technically his jurisdiction to serve these papers and shut down an airport.
Hey, man. He is the leader of the Illuminati. I don't know if that's true. But I'm just taking a guess here at this point.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
United Emirates have completed mass arrests for their own royal family and affiliates. Convicted Hollywood rapist Harvey Weinstein agreed to a deal in exchange for his testimony against hundreds of top Hollywood celebrities and their involvement in the drug business, pedophilia, and child trafficking. Instead of a 55-year sentence, he will only receive a 23-year sentence. There's a little bit of truth in there on that one. In exchange, he provided the testimonies against some of the biggest and most powerful names, including Prince Andrew of the UK, former President Bill Clinton, former Vice President Joe Biden. It looks like he's not going to win. Tom Hanks, Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, Quentin Tarantino, Charlie Sheen, Bob Saget, Kevin Spacey, John Travolta, Steven Spielberg, Podesta, Nixium, and Pizzagate, sex trafficking clubs, and hundreds more who are all directly involved with Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait, are you telling me pizza is code for pedophiles? Is that what it just said?
cheese pizza is.
Cheese pizza?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because cheese pizza, but you bring the C and the P down. Child porn.
Or child predator.
No, it's porn. I can show you the link on her freaking thing.
Oh, is that straight up? Is that?
I was not making that up.
I was like, wow, Brad, your improv skills are have increased a little bit, but I would have gone with child predator, not child porn.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cheese pizza is code for...
Yes, it's code for child porn.
Dude, shout out to only getting meat pizza. Like getting the sausage, bacon, and all. We're safe. We're good. We're good. We're out of this. We're not sick with corona.
Jeffrey Epstein was similarly allowed to make this deal to have his suicide in prison faked in exchange for his own testimony. Because we all know Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. It's all coming together now.
Because he was on suicide watch.
Yes. CEOs of some of the major world corporations have been indicted, arrested, and some have been forced to resign, all in the last 30 to 60 days, such as the CEOs of the NBA, Harley-Davidson, the Bill Gates Foundation, Intel, McDonald's, Caesar Awards, and Disney, the Vatican chief of police, etc. Approximately 700 to 800 more resignations are coming in the next 3 months. Couldn't possibly be the fact that we're going to go into the worst recession we've ever seen since the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, since basically
It's all about the swamp.
All of the world... All of the world is a swamp, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering that all of the world is getting hit hard with this, okay, go for it.
The lab-created coronavirus was a cover-up for the mass mandatory vaccination agenda.
So
anti-vaxxers unite.
So she's an anti-vaxxer?
Obviously.
Oh my god.
Now it has become the biggest covert U.S. intelligence operation that the world has ever seen. This mass 158,000 arrest operation will remove and capture the biggest evil in corporate politicians, celebrities, and CEOs, including global elites and bankers such as George Soros, UN officials, and the founders of Greata.inc. Is that a little Greta Thunberg? I knew she was a child predator.
She is a child.
And a predator. Like Apex.
Yeah, I guess she could be good at the game, Apex. What?
Yeah, I'm just reading.
Okay, go for it.
President Trump will win the 2020 elections. I mean, she's got at least that right. For you, Nana. And the rest of former U.S. presidents will occur in early 2021. All major arrests will be portrayed by the media as accidental or as conspiracy theories. All arrested individuals will be given Rommel death, meaning they will have a choice between their death being portrayed to the public as a suicide or as an accidental death in return for assurances that his or her reputation will remain intact, or alternatively, they can choose to face a criminal trial that would result in public disgrace. So basically, you can get the coronavirus and die a death to cover up everything you've done, or you will get cured and then have to have a trial and ruin your reputation forever, just like Jared Fogle.
This is before his time, you know.
Yeah.
His timing was poorly getting caught, I guess.
Yeah.
He should have waited.
The problem was he wasn't in Pizzagate. He was in Subwaygate, and he was in the wrong one.
Okay, first of all, I don't even want to get into this, but I would believe sandwiches over pizza is code for any kind of like sexual act. Like nobody goes I guess technically.
Think about it. Who orders cheese pizza? Kids.
It's not at all.
Your face was just like, oh my god.
Well, I was thinking, you know, like the stereotype of like or like everybody knows like the like that's a scenario in porn kind of thing where it's like, hey, I got your pizza. I forgot the extra sausage, and she's like, oh, I guess you're gonna have to help me with that, something like that, or, like that's why I was like, I would believe sandwiches, like sub sandwiches, over pizza because pizza isn't usually made sexually, but I guess porn found a way, I guess.
Yeah.
But like,
they had to use pizza. Let's be honest. In the porn industry, you want to use pizza, not sandwiches. Because if you think about sandwiches, I can only think of one sandwich that would be delivered to your house, and you don't want a porn that's freaky fast. I tell you what, that's not the way that they wanted it to go.
You know what this
There's those improv skills.
Yeah, there it is. You have your moments. That reminds me of when we would the slogans for companies, we would make them into innuendos.
Yeah.
Like
Finger licking good.
Finger licking good, KFC, or Arby's, we have the meats.
Uh-huh.
that was such a fun day at work, getting everybody to like just come up with like taste the rainbow or Nike just do it. Oh, that was so much fun. So freaky fast. That's a good one. That's a good one. Proud of it. Quench the thirst, Gatorade.
All right. Next part of the conspiracy here. Some top religious leaders will be arrested or forced to resign. Some will suddenly get sick. The Vatican will be the first, and the Pope will be removed in 2020. Production of human-extracted endocrine will be revealed, and Hollywood and the Vatican will be exposed as being directly responsible for that.
Okay.
Finding human-extracted endocrine? Apparently they're all becoming scientists, I guess. I don't know.
They're all scientists, like she's a private investigator.
Oh, they just call them that.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up, there will be a 2-month complete shutdown of the world's most common operations, such as schools, the stock exchange, some banks, airports, shipping, travel, events, galas, expos, sport games, sport championships, music award ceremonies, NBA, NHL, baseball games, the ship cruises. There will be food shortages and stage electrical power outage. Gas prices will go down, food costs will go up, insurance will go up, gold and silver stocks will fall, and many corporations will either go bankrupt or take a significant financial loss, such as the case on what's about to happen to Air Canada, Disney, and Coca-Cola. She basically just called out exactly what will happen in any recession.
Yeah. Any global freak out of something that is affecting everyone. Weird.
But
like,
remember,
like people getting sick.
But remember, welcome to the Great Awakening. What's about to actually happen this summer and fall will change the world forever.
So, are you awakened?
I mean, I think I'm awakened, and that's only just because I'm afraid to go to sleep now.
or the fact that you've been up since 9 and you've had what are you 14 of those Mountain Dews?
Hey now, I'm just pacing myself. Only 12.
You're right, and it's only 11 o'clock. So, so she basically just says what's probably already going to happen because, like you said, recession. Like obviously, like small businesses are going to go under because guess what? We're quarantined to our houses or our works, and we're supposed to social distance ourselves and stuff like that. Like obviously, small businesses are going to get hurt because you can only do drive-through or order out. You can't go sit in a restaurant. So like small like ma and pa shops of like coffee shops, obviously they will go out of business if they don't have a drive-through window.
Yeah. Well, and the big corporations, a lot of them are going to lose their CEOs because that CEO doesn't want to be known as taking the biggest loss ever. Right. So they'll leave now and let the next guy take the fall for it.
Exactly. Which, honestly, I'll take the fall. Are you kidding me? A corporation wants to give me money to run a company, and I go down in history as a person who had the biggest loss, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna get paid. But like you said, like the whole like obviously like Disneyland will get impact because they closed their the doors to Disneyland, but also the fact of like they are still paying workers. They are just on leave, but they are getting paid still. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure they are. I've read a couple stuff. But that's Disneyland. I don't know if Disney World is doing the same thing. I would imagine so. I mean, it's Disney.
Only Disneyland. All the other resorts, like, you're shit out of luck.
Well, I don't.
We only care about California.
Well, I don't remember hearing Disney World closing.
Yeah, it has.
I assumed it had, but yeah. So she's just pointing out the obvious stuff of like, oh, in the next few months, more and more people will get sick. Well, yeah, that's how. This is why it's a pandemic right now, is because it's spreading quick.
Yeah.
So obviously, but the fact that she claims like a bunch of different stuff, like the Pope is gonna get sick in the next.
Tom Hanks as a pedophile.
Well, hold on to that. But like the Pope is gonna get sick this year. That's what she said. This year she's gonna get.
Isn't he like 80?
I mean,
of course he's gonna get sick.
Yeah,
He's probably always sick.
Yeah.
And he rides around in a bubble.
Yeah. And he has Jesus protecting him. Jesus took the wheel to the bubble.
Holy water.
That's right. From our last headlines thing. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I actually I heard another story since you brought up holy water. There's a church that has said that they use a like a ladle to pour water into people's mouths, kind of like getting the wafer on the tongue. They claim that they are not going to clean that ladle, and that that God and their religion will protect them from the sickness. And I'm just like, boy, why are
It's a good way to make some atheists.
Or
some true believers.
Move some atheists. Some churches have like sent out emails or reached out to a community member saying like, hey, if you don't come to church, even though you're supposed to be quarantined, you're supposed to not mass in a more of a group of like 10 or 5. I've heard 5 before too.
10.
But yeah, no more than 10. So some people have gotten like messages from their pastors or priests or whoever for churches saying, if you don't show up, then you don't have faith in your religion. And it's like,
P.S. Bring your altar boy. Like what?
Spotlight 2, Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, so like the whole like Tom Hanks thing, right? Like 2-3 weeks ago, he was diagnosed with coronavirus, and I actually saw today that he's like, hey, feeling a lot better. You know,
so when's his trial gonna come?
well, that's my question. Is like,
and is Rita Wilson also getting a trial?
So that's my question. Is like, he's getting better. So in her theory, you can choose 2 ways. You can either they'll put you on trial and you could go to jail.
Yeah.
You could commit suicide, or you can get this fake lab-grown disease and then just die from that.
Yeah, as the cover-up for your death.
As the cover-up, and then your legacy kind of lives on. So with Tom Hanks getting better, is it like he like agreed to it, and then him and his wife talked about it and was like, no, we should do the right thing. Let's go to trial. And so now he's getting better, or
well, yeah, they decided they're gonna make a Forrest Gump too. So he was like, I gotta finish this out.
So I'm just confused.
We're all confused when it comes to this.
Yeah, to Tracy Remington, that's for sure. So, but also my other question I brought up to you is the fact that it's lab grown and it's only affecting. She claims it's only affecting, or what it sounds like it is. It's affecting pedophiles. So anybody.
For the most part, yeah.
So basically, anybody who gets the coronavirus is a pedophile?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's also weird because she also has that one paragraph in there that's like, it's to... Shut up!
Chester Omega Barkington.
Yeah.
The 8th.
But she has the other paragraph in there that says it's basically a cover-up to get people to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
So, are the people getting it only pedophiles, or was this created by the government to force people into vaccinations? Which one is it, Tracy? Which one is it?
Right.
Or is there two strains? Is there the pedophile strain and then the
So,
public strain?
So, what you're telling me, your comprehension of what she typed, is that if you get the coronavirus, you either have never been vaccinated or you're a pedophile.
That's how, yeah, I think that's it.
Those are your two options.
Those are the two options.
So people still have
We're
to guess.
safe.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're safe.
We're safe.
Yeah, we don't order cheese pizza, and we've been vaccinated. So
remember, people, no cheese pizza and vaccinate your children. That's how you save yourself from this.
yeah, exactly. There you go. So you still have to decide who is who then?
I don't know.
Because obviously the one who just like has a mustache is obviously the pedophile, right?
I feel like I just got called out for having a mustache.
No, you have.
Oh, okay. So only mustache.
Yeah, only mustache.
Oh.
No, you have more of a goatee-esque thing.
Yeah.
You and I can grow about the same facial hair pattern on our face because we are the same person.
We are.
So no, I'm just saying like straight up mustache, not like a Tom Selleck mustache, but like a shouldn't be within 100 yards of a school mustache. You know what I'm saying?
A pencil stash.
Yeah, pencil stash, or hey, I clearly own a white van with tinted windows mustache. You know, kind of similar to that. Obviously, those guys are the pedophiles. Or maybe a twofer. They're pedophiles and they also don't vaccinate.
And they're a pizza delivery boy.
I brought the extra sausage. So, but in like Italy, their death toll is climbing.
Yeah.
In like one day, it was like 4,000 people that died. So they were pedophiles.
I mean, hey, that's where the Catholic Church is.
I mean, they are Italian. I don't know any like.
I'm
real
only hearing of
stereotype.
older people. I haven't heard of any altar boys dying. I think it might be true.
You're right about that. I've heard no altar boys because then again, Greta Thunberg hasn't gotten corona.
Yeah, we don't
but
know.
that's because she's still a kid. It's like a bad like CW show or bad like teen angst show kind of thing where it's like there's a show, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically like when you hit the age of like 24 or 23, you die. And so like all the adults above 23, 24 die. And so it's just a world of kids and below.
By the way, this sounds like the worst like plot to a movie.
Yeah.
But I could honestly see this as like a plot to a movie. Like,
Not a good one.
no. But just the way it's playing out, like in her little fantasy world. This is like, could you imagine Eggsy going after this? Is Kingsman 3 right here? Going after the coronavirus.
You know what? I want to expand on this. This is my improv skills right here. So the whole like Trump wants to send out $1,000 to every single American, almost pretty much whatever that whole thing.
Yeah.
Is that like in the plot of Kingsman where Samuel L. Jackson sends a free phone to everyone? Or
Yeah.
So if you accept the money, You accept the money and then you get sick from the coronavirus? Is that how it works? Or
because he laced all the money with the coronavirus.
Or how about this? Instead of like coronavirus, how about it's laced with vaccines? So anybody who accepts that money and touches that money gets vaccinated no matter what. It's like cocaine on the dollar bills kind of thing.
It's so bad.
Oh, it's stupid. See, we can also come up with our own conspiracy theories, huh? But honestly, like, it's kind of weird because like every like new disease that kind of like turns into a pandemic or just kind of like just comes up, like the H1N1 stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I often hear conspiracy theories like it was made in a lab to do this, because I honestly was waiting for the fact that the coronavirus was made in a lab to boost the sales of products around the world. Hence why people are going around max stockpiling. Oh, yep, there's the cheese pizza. Wow, it's weird that you can do that. It's like using my idea.
Can't.
Sure, can't even. It's weird that you can. It's like we were taught that in school, that taking the first letter of your name and writing something else out of it. Weird. It's like Tracy Joe Remington. Truly just retarded. Weird. She's mentally handicapped all of a sudden. So, but anyway, so the whole conspiracy theory that I was waiting for was that, like, it was made in a lab to boost the sales and to grow the economy, but it's actually doing the opposite. Like, obviously people are, going out and buying a bunch, but the economy is tanking. And so that's where I thought it was going to go, but nope, pedophiles apparently.
Yes.
So
pedophiles.
So, all right. So that was technically your news story.
Sure.
So, mine that I have is about Bitcoin.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how Bitcoin works. I don't understand it. Between mining it and the value of it, but whatever. At my first job, I had a kid come in with a laptop, and I was like, "What's with the laptop?" He was probably like 12, 13, somewhere around there, 14 maybe. Ordered cheese pizza. Just saying. I'm kidding. I didn't work at like a pizza joint. But I was like, "What's with the laptop?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm mining Bitcoin." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, I have like 367 Bitcoins." And I was like, "Wow." And he's like, "They're worth like $1,000." And I was like, "Oh boy, look at you!" Like I was so like kind of an asshole to him, like just, "Oh, somebody got Bitcoin. Look at you! Oh, yes, you did." I was kind of a jerk, but anyway. So I don't understand Bitcoin, but I found this article and I was like, "Holy shit, this is kind of a big deal." So there's a company that this guy co-founded, and he mysteriously died. So the article says, "Boss dies with password to unlock 137 million in cryptocurrency." And basically, what's his name? Gerald Cotton had the only password to the accounts to access the Bitcoin money. And he mysteriously died at the age of 30 from complications with Crohn's disease. Now, are you about to Google what Crohn's disease is? I can tell you because I just had it. It's a complication with the bowel, I believe, but it's usually not fatal. So it's kind of weird. He was on his honeymoon in I want to say it was close to Italy. Oh, India. He was in India.
Ah, okay. If it has to deal with bowels and Indian food, this it all makes sense now. There's no mystery there, okay? Don't try the curry, okay? That's how this works.
So he died at such a young age from something that shouldn't usually kill you.
Curry.
Yeah, curry. India. But he died in December of 2019, right? And the company is called Quadriga, right above the January.
Quadriga.
So the Facebook page of Quadriga announced his death almost a month later.
After they found the passwords?
No, the passwords are still not up or coming up. So the investors who put the money in for it can't access it, and they're pissed. And so they lawyered up, and they got a judge to agree to exhume the body. And it's gonna happen this year in spring. He already passed like the court and stuff like that to
see if he's got it like on him, like what, some kind of like Jason Bourne, like he's got a little thing that they're gonna cut out of him, and you turn it, and you see like a little light that comes out with like the address and.
No, conspiracy theory. They think he's alive. They think he faked his own death. And
now he has all the Bitcoin.
And he has all the codes to get all the Bitcoins and stuff.
When did this company start? Because otherwise, this guy's an idiot if he didn't do this like 3 years ago when it was at like 19,000.
I think the company started in 2007, I think?
Well, then,
or maybe 2013.
I don't believe it then. Because this guy should have done this back when it was 19,000 a freaking Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it takes a while to plan your own, stuff like that. It takes a little bit of time. But so that's where it's at. They're exhuming the body to even see if
there is a body.
If there is a body, or if it is his body. And so it's just kind of interesting. Like first of all, why do you trust one person with the codes? Like, it's a co-founded company. Why doesn't the second person also have the codes? I don't know. But
he did. They were just fake codes.
This guy's a genius. I'm just saying. He faked his own death and shit. So see how it plays out. But I just found it interesting with Bitcoin and all that. That one person has the password. He mysteriously dies at the age of 30 from something that you don't typically die from. Yeah. So, but a judge actually passed saying that they're going to exhume the body and test it and see what the cause of death. See if there is a body, was there foul play? Of like, hey, motherfucker, give me the codes. And he's like, I don't know what you're saying because I'm in India and I'm originally from Canada. Something. It's dramatized. I don't know how the events went down.
Well, he's Canadian, so obviously he's just going to be sitting there going, sorry.
As they're torturing him, like punching him in the face, he's like, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to bruise your face, eh? Is your fist okay? It's kind of bleeding, eh? So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm excited to see what comes from it because it's one of those like mysteries of like nobody knows. So, but yeah, with the whole like faking your own death kind of thing, I always thought that was interesting that people actually like in a way got away with it. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like there's a lot that needs to go into it to fake your own death, and I just find it interesting between like dental records and DNA. I'm very surprised of the fact that people actually can pull it off.
Unless you're faking your death by getting eaten by hogs, right? Eaten by pigs.
You're right about that. Yeah, that's a callback to when Ryan was on the podcast and gave us that information. So. So I find it interesting, and I find the concept of like faking your own death interesting because, I feel like most times it doesn't work. So I'm interested to see how the outcome. So go for it.
Then which one should we do?
Don't matter. How about you do the New Warriors thing?
Well, I don't have that pulled up right now.
Oh.
God damn it.
Here.
I was gonna do Florida Man.
If you want. I have it pulled up.
You want to do that one or just Florida Man? You can do that one because I had a long one already, and that one's probably gonna take a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Go for it.
All right. We'll have another Florida Man.
Florida mean.
This time,
Politician
edition.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, you don't get too many of those.
Yeah. So,
smart politicians. Honest politicians.
Oh, not smart. That's.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
this
average
is Florida Man politician.
Oh, okay. Average politician guy.
Yeah. Do not try this at home is the caption for this.
Okay.
Florida politicians apologizes after claiming that blowing a hairdryer up your nose kills the coronavirus because it can't survive temperatures of 136 degrees.
What?
Yeah.
Like, this is why, with this whole corona crap, that we need one. This is. So, the whole reason the corona crap is such a big deal and, like, what caused people to, like, clear out shelves at stores of stuff that they didn't even need, honestly, is so frustrating. Because the whole purpose of it, of why that even happened was news blowing stuff out of the proportion, or misinformation, or news places just bringing up articles just to write an article so people would look at it, right? That is one of them. We need one or group of people that we can trust to give us the proper information instead of, well, this is what I believe will happen. Oh, this is what we say will happen. Because I read an article saying that the coronavirus will affect men's genitalia. And
yeah, I've seen that too.
I told you that, and you're like, well, that's interesting because it's a
respiratory.
Yeah. So really, it doesn't really work towards that way, and so, but misinformation just sucks. And so, like this, having a politician who people usually kind of go to or to hear is kind of stupid.
Like, honestly, the headline for this should have been, headline, don't believe anything Florida Man says, even if he's a politician. And then the story should have just literally been, politicians said to do something stupid. It's so stupid, we're not going to let you know what it is.
Yeah, right? Instead of, exactly.
That's what that the whole article should have been there.
Exactly. And so it's honestly, also the article should just be like, it should just say, don't vote for this man back into office. What an idiot. You have a picture of him?
Look at that. White-haired Kenny Rogers right there.
Rest in peace, Kenny Rogers. He just passed away.
Oh.
81, I believe, if I remember right. But yeah, no, he looks like an idiot. He looks like he's tanned so much his brain is tanned.
Look, and like a week before that, I don't know if you can see that picture down there, he's taking a selfie with a 6-pack of Corona.
What a douche. Don't vote that. What's his name? I want to know his name.
I don't freaking remember. I have to look it up. I don't remember.
Doesn't say in the article?
This is just a screenshot of it, because I did not need to read the article, because the article was just like dumb.
Alright, for those people in Florida, don't vote for your congressman back in office if he has a white mustache.
If he looks like the white-haired Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, rest in peace. I like how you say white-haired Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers has white hair.
Whatever.
So Kenny Rogers?
Yes, Kenny Rogers.
Don't vote for a guy
who looks like... If you see somebody that looks like Kenny Rogers, don't vote for him.
Also, if you see someone who looks like Kenny Rogers, be a little bit wary. He might be a zombie. Alright. So, this next thing I want to bring up. I sent myself the link to the article, and then you brought it up because you also saw it.
Yeah.
So we both came up with the same article. It's about comics because I'm a big comic book person. You dabble a little bit.
This was my favorite / worst story of the entire week, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Marvel is releasing a new comic book series of a old comic book series called New Warriors.
Yeah.
New Warriors was a thing back in the 90s. It's basically like another variation of a team. They're basically like shitty Avengers, right? No real good people on the team. And so they announced that there's going to be a new lineup. And the lineup, I gotta say, pretty shitty.
That was the understatement.
Now, granted, like the past like New Warrior people didn't have really anybody good. They had some okay people. Like there was Speedball. Speedball, he basically had like kinetic energy, and so he just bounced around the room. Mm-hmm. Or there was Firestar. I don't know if you remember the old classic Spider-Man and Friends or whatever, where it was like Iceman, Spider-Man, and Firestar. She was part of the New Warriors. Yeah. There's also Rage, who is just super strong. That's that dude right there.
Yeah.
And then there's Night Thrasher.
Yeah, Night Thrasher.
Who has a cool name. He's basically like
skateboarder punk.
He's kind of like a shitty Daredevil.
Yeah.
So not the best lineup of superheroes, but some people know them. This next lineup,
it feels like it's a satire joke.
It really does. Honestly, I don't see this comic series running.
Oh God, I hope not.
Forever or too long. By the way, the one of the writers is an Emmy-nominated writer. By the way,
of course he is.
He has an Emmy-nominated, or he was Emmy-nominated for The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, which is mainly a funny show, and so I'm guessing that's kind of where like this is why he named these characters. Why he named them. But first one up is Screen Time.
Sorry, did you just say Colbert is funny?
Stephen Colbert?
We're gonna have to stop being friends.
You don't find him funny?
He's a hack at best.
Oh, I find him funny.
He's fucking hack at best.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into this, I want to get into this because, like the late shows where it's like Jay Leno and Letterman and stuff. Like people were like, "Oh, Jay Leno all the way" or "Letterman all the way" kind of thing. Did you have a favorite?
I like Jay Leno better. Yeah.
Okay, so for me,
I think he had better skits. Let me put it that way.
Okay, yeah. So for me, I don't have a favorite. I find them all funny, and so when people go, "Oh, I don't find that person funny," or you like that person, and they kind of give you a disgusted look, like they have their moments. Like I don't like sit down and watch Colbert. I find him a funny dude, but I also found him a funny dude back in Stranger Than Candy or Stranger with Candy or whatever that show was. Like, yeah, Strangers with Candy. Yeah, he was a teacher in the show, and he was funny in the show. But like Jon Stewart, I find him funny, and like
Jon Stewart was funny,
and he's very intelligent about it. Colbert is funny. I find him.
Colbert to me, honestly, most of his jokes, it's kind of like Samantha Bee and stuff like that. Unlike a lot of other late night shows, take away his audience, it's like having a laugh track for him. That's how you know when to laugh.
Gotcha.
Like his jokes suck so bad that without, it's like watching The Big Bang Theory for you. Take away that laugh track, it's shit. And that's how I look at Stephen Colbert. He is not that funny.
Which is fair.
Especially when you compare him to, like you said, like Jon Stewart. Oh my God.
Night
and day.
Like for example, out of it, like I could sit, like Jon Stewart top tier.
Yeah.
And then like John Oliver. John Oliver I also find very funny and very kind of intelligent.
I think he has his moments, John Oliver.
Oh, he
goes
He kind of
He's
goes
very like
over the board a little bit, but like Jon Stewart, John Oliver, and even Trevor Noah. Like I find Trevor Noah pretty funny. I
did not like him on the Daily Show.
Right.
I think he's better on his stand-up.
Right. And then Stephen Colbert. So like I said, I find them funny because they are comedians. But it's the same thing. Like I like Jimmy Fallon, and like you said, I like more of like the skits he does, like What's in the Box or stuff like that. Same thing with Jay Leno. I find Letterman quite funny. Conan O'Brien I find really funny. Just because he just likes to fuck with people and have no care about it. So, but yeah, I mean, even what's the other guy? It's like with like Seth Meyers, I find him funny. Like they're funny people. I don't go out of my way to watch them.
Nobody should go out of their way to watch him.
Stephen Colbert or Seth Meyers. So, anyway, let's get back.
Digress.
Yeah, I digress.
Pink.
We are the same person, and it's annoying.
Don't worry, I only picked a color I know I can't see. So,
see, and pink was the thing that popped into my head. Are we twins? Even though you're older than me. Happy birthday!
Hey, thanks, bud.
Yeah, you're the ripe old age of.
Speaking of twins,
24. Hey, don't segue into my thing. This is my thing. So the first hero of the New Warriors is called Screen Time.
Yeah.
And his powers is basically so have you actually read his thing where
he gets subject to an internet gasp from his grandpa or some shit like that?
Yep. His brain is connected to the internet after becoming exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas.
By the way, it sounds like a 5-year-old came up with this.
Right? Stephen Colbert, funny. Now he can see augmented reality and real-time maps and can instantly Google any facts.
Yeah, basically he has a smartphone.
Yep.
For a brain. Like,
hey, you just got a new phone.
He's an idiot.
You can be...
I am Screen Time.
You could be a superhero.
God. So worthless. This whole group.
So the whole point of the New Warriors is to like be it's supposed to be like generational almost, and kind of
But they picked the worst parts about this generation.
Oh, they absolutely did.
By the way, I don't even think it's this generation.
Oh no, it's next generation.
No, I think they picked the stuff for last generation.
Which generation?
Millennials. Technically, our generation.
I was about to say my generation and then go into the Who song. So,
but like they're saying it's about like this generation, the 2020s. 2020s become more like Generation Z is a lot more rebellious than whiny like millennials, and that's what this whole thing is about: is whiny millennials. They did it for the wrong generation. This should have been for 2010.
I mean, can't really say too much about it. I mean, listen. I got it. I'll just get back to this. So the next one up is your favorites, Snowflake and Safe Space.
The worst hero, like the worst superhero ever, Safe Space. And one that actually could have been good if they didn't try to make it the most wokest character ever. And I fucking know you hate that word, but that's all that is.
Yeah. So they are psychic twins.
They're psychic-er.
Yeah, it says all twins are psychic, but we're psychic-er. Snowflake,
a 5-year-old wrote this.
Yeah, a snowflake, a cryokinetic, can materialize snowflake-shaped shuriken projectiles for throwing.
By the way, that would be the best supervillain,
right?
It's like ability.
It's like
the
ice
making
bullet.
up, like the sharpest freaking shurikens that you can throw. It kills them and then melts and leaves zero trace.
Yeah, it's like the ice bullet.
Yeah.
Ever heard of it?
No.
I've
heard of the silver bullet.
So MythBusters actually tested it, where there was rumors going around. I want to say it was even part of the JFK stuff.
Shoot somebody with an ice bullet and then it melts.
Yeah, basically. But they even tried to make an ice bullet, but it just shatters because, obviously. But actually, I think it was from a movie. I think that's what it was. It wasn't with JFK. It was a movie because they were doing a bunch of like movie myths. Anyway, so
her ability is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. And then Safe Space can materialize pink force fields, but he can't inhabit them himself. The reflex only works if he's protecting others. They're hyper aware of modern culture and optics, and they use their superhero heroics as a post-ironic meditation on using violence to combat bullying.
By being the bully.
Yep.
Genius.
They're probably streaming this, it says. Snowflake and Safe Space are the twins, and their names are similar to Screen Time. It's this idea that these are terms that get thrown around on the internet that they don't see as derogatory. They take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor. Safe Space is a big, burly, sort of stereotypical jock. He can create force fields, but he can only trigger them if he's protecting somebody else. Snowflake is a non-binary and goes by they/them and has the power to generate individual crystallized snowflake-shaped shurikens. The connotation of the word snowflake in our culture right now are something fragile, and this is a character who is turning it into something sharp.
Yeah. By the way, that whole last paragraph proves why the whole gender thing is bullshit. Because it just says right on there, non-binary goes by they, them. But when you're talking about the twins, and you say they or them, are you talking about the twins or just her?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck them. That's straight out. And then you have the worst superhero. Safe Space. If he's in a fight by himself, he can't do anything. Nothing.
Should we buy this comic?
I've heard, like, the best thing I ever heard about this was literally, could you imagine them going into the MCU? By the way, I would absolutely hate to see this ruin the MCU, but I could see them actually trying to do it. At the same time, I'm absolutely going to see this just for the train wreck of a movie this would be.
Watch you come out being such a fan of Safe Space and Snowflake.
I mean, I'm already a Fanther, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why, yeah. So then the next person is called B Negative.
Lazy writing.
Lazy writing, not a cool name, and his character design is also kind of stupid, in my opinion. It looks like he just... So he's supposed to be a vampire. Yeah. A living vampire.
I feel like at this point, I feel like he was the last character created. I really do. And they were just like, I'm done figuring out the other four. We need one more. Screw it, just make B Negative. He gets his powers from Morpheus.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like lazy writing. Like, I'm done, we just need a fifth one. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real weird, but he basically like has like a leather jacket on that when you raise up the arms, he has wings, but it looks like it's just part of the jacket.
Yeah.
And then he's just pale white with like a pink mohawk. He looks emo as fuck. Like, he looks like he should be at Off Topic.
Yeah.
Or not Off Topic.
Hot Topic.
Hot Topic. That's right. That one. So yeah, a teen living vampire exposed to Michael Morbius's blood as a child in a rogue but life-saving medical procedure. He still ages like a regular kid, but he has all the abilities of Morbius, so he's just teen Morbius.
Yeah.
He's also obsessed with all the music and attitude of a classic long past decades like the 90s and the 2000s. The world is a vampire and so am I, it says.
Yeah, so just an emo kid.
Yeah, who obviously listens to Smashing Pumpkins.
Obviously.
And then there's Trailblazer, which is honestly probably one of my least favorite. I mean, all of these guys are probably my least favorite. So
You've seen the picture of her, right?
Yep.
Okay. Fat Dora.
Okay, that's what you were talking about when you were talking about Magical Dora.
Yeah.
Okay.
Backpack.
Oh,
Where's
okay.
the map? Like, that's Fat Dora.
Okay.
That's Trailblazer is Fat Dora.
So when you said that earlier, while we were driving, I only saw Safe Space and Snowflake.
Yeah.
I haven't
Never
even
saw
seen
Trailblazer.
or the other two. So, by the way, Trailblazer does not fit the name of this person.
No.
Like even superpower wise.
But she blazes her own trail, damn it.
So
That's literally where they're getting that.
Okay, what about B negative? What's the thing about B negative?
Because it's a play on blood types. That's literally it.
Well, I got that, but is it like, hey, don't be so
Don't
negative?
be so negative. Yeah.
Oh my god. I like the blood type thing better.
Yeah.
So
Lazy writing.
Stephen Colbert's funny. So Trailblazer, a regular kid scooped up into the world of teenage superheroing. Her magic backpack is actually a pocket dimension with seemingly infinite space, from which she can pull out useful or random objects. It's
like
not
a map.
Swiper, no swiping. Oh, I want to know the villain that is going out. What's the villain? Well,
Swiper, no swiping.
And then she pulls out an AK. Listen, if the super villain in this is not somebody named Boomer, I'm gonna be pissed.
You know what it's going to be, though, right?
What?
Because all of these, in, like, the culture war, that's more lefty stereotypes, like college. It's going to be a Nazi. The bad guy's going to be a Nazi.
Is it
Come on now, look at it. It's
going
to
to be
Nazi.
Captain Nazi?
It's probably going to be some kind of stupid Captain Nazi. Or it'll be an orange man. You know it'll be an orange man.
Okay, interesting. I'm curious.
Trump is bad.
I'm curious what villains they're gonna bring up to fight these guys, because honestly, they're kind of easy to defeat.
Yeah.
You take out Safe Space, and you pretty much can take
Have
out
your way with all of them.
Whoa, yeah. So, but I like this part where it's she can pull stuff from the pocket dimension, useful or random. It's not always under her control. Okay, so what's the point? Like, what happens if you're backed up against the wall and you're like, take this, and you pull out a spork? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen when you wanted like a katana?
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that's the lineup for the new Warriors, and honestly, they are pretty god awful. There is probably not one hero in this that is actually cool.
No, not a single one of them.
When you had cool new Warriors, but whatever. That's just you know, a curmudgeon talking, I guess. So yeah, there you go. We talked about it. Your turn.
Oh, so bad.
So bad.
If they made it to a movie, would you go see it?
No, unless you and I go to make fun of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How many more stories do you want to do?
I've only got one more.
Okay.
So I made it easy for you. Back to the coronavirus.
Okay.
Well, that's all that's in the news. Let's be honest.
Okay.
I just found this hilarious. GameStop claims it's essential retail to remain open amid coronavirus shutdowns.
Wow.
Yeah. They didn't want to shut down any of their stores because they're an essential store as much as like Walmart or anybody that sells food.
I mean, I can make an argument for that, but honestly, no.
No, they're not. Like, as a gamer,
They-
games are essential.
Yeah.
But they're not an essential store like Walmart or hospitals.
Because the thing about that, right, is you have a console, you don't need to go out to buy a game. You could just buy it digitally.
Yeah.
But you can't necessarily, have toilet paper at your house. You can't just forage toilet paper. Same thing with food. Like, you can forage food, but there's like in a urban rural neighborhood, there's only so many neighbors' pets that you can eat. I mean, you could live off of Omega for a long while. Wait for it all to blow over. You feast on Omega for the next 3 months. You're good. You're good. You're fine.
Remember, I didn't say this. You did.
What?
That was for Brittany.
Oh, she doesn't listen to this.
Oh, okay. You want to hear their, I guess their statement?
Sure.
On why they were. So, due to the products we carry that enable and enhance our customers' experience in working from home, we believe GameStop is classified as an essential retail and therefore is able to remain open during this time.
Yeah,
I don't know how games equates to working from home.
Well,
Work.
Right, but
Unless you're a game tester.
right. So I kind of see where they're coming from, where they're saying basically, like, if you work a 9-to-5 job, right, but you're staying at home doing your job, you're not then going out and experiencing like going to a bar or anything like that. You're not having social times.
But under that same thing, then shouldn't Apple stores become an essential?
To sell apples, like red apples, Granny Smith apples.
I hate you so much.
Well,
because they have phones, and a lot of people are spending a lot of time on their phones and playing mobile games and stuff. Like, shouldn't Apple stores be an essential store at that point? Like, that's basically what they're arguing. Because we make it fun while you're quarantined.
right.
Except for they don't, because I don't even know the last time I stepped into a GameStop. I really don't. And they're pretty much now like a knick-knack store.
Yeah, they're the new Hastings
Yeah.
with less stuff.
Yeah. It's
So-
like, well, nobody's coming to buy our games because they're all buying them digitally because they're cheaper than coming into our store. Let's basically buy everything that would go into like a Spencer's gift store and put it in our store.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing essential at a
Yeah,
GameStop
they
right now.
bought Think Geek like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, they aren't essential, but I can see like why they think they are, where it's like, hey, we're trying to help them where people in quarantine aren't going crazy.
Yeah.
So no, I definitely
Like,
see
I get that too, but let's be honest. That was just we don't want to close because we're already damn near bankrupt.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. They're bleeding out.
Yeah.
So I guess my last article I wanted to bring up was so you mentioned the Russian beauty pageant
Oh, yes, I did.
thing, and talking about Russians really just supporting the women.
Yes.
Right? So I found a super badass woman that I wanted to bring up and kind of just be like, go her, because she was a fucking badass. The title is "The Girl Who Executed Nazis After Seducing Them in Bars Dies at Age 92." Her name is Freddie Overstegen, and she was born in 1925 in New Amsterdam, or near Amsterdam. So they had a routine of how to get the Nazis and kill them. Okay, first approach the Nazi men in bars, and have successfully seduced them. Ask them if they wanted to go for a stroll in the forest, where, as Freddie herself put it, they would be liquidated. How cool is like oh yeah, we'll go out to the forest so we can liquidate you. Just death, right? It was a necessary evil, killing those who betrayed the good people. How many people did she kill? So the interviewer goes, when asked how many people she had killed or helped killed, she said one should not ask a soldier any of that. So she keeps her lips shut.
Well, I don't know if I completely believe that.
Hey, easy. Stop it. She's a goddamn badass, okay?
Didn't say she wasn't.
Obviously the Nazi men obviously went with her because they didn't recognize her as a threat, and they also might get some. By the way, it was her and her sisters were part of this whole seducing and killing Nazis. So one of them would basically bring the Nazi into the forest, and then the other two would ride up on bikes, and then they would just execute them. So it was basically like, oh, one Nazi, one girl, and then two more girls, and then dead. Like it's just kind of it's just a cool thing that you kind of hear stories of like the Russian sharpshooter kind of the female Russian sharpshooter who took out a bunch of Nazis, and you just kind of hear cool stories of the unsung heroes almost. I know you don't really like World War II, but it's kind of cool. When asked how did she cope with the trauma in the war, she said by getting married and having babies. So she's wholesome about it too. So yeah, and apparently she died in 2016. I don't know why I just found this. But you know what? She would have been 96 this year. So shout out to you, Freddie.
I'm only imagining one thing.
Uh-huh.
And I know you'll get this because you like the show, right? Letterkenny.
Uh-huh.
I can only imagine this group of girls, instead of going back to Chorin, back to Horin. As they go back out to their work. Killing Nazis.
Like they just kind of
back to Horin.
They just go, all right, ladies, back to Horin.
Well, more hands mean less work.
Now somebody order a pizza with extra sausage. Yes. Goes quickly into no, God, no. You know what? Since we're on the topic of World War
II, McMurray,
Freddie Overstein. All right, Bonnie McMurray. All right, so Brad, that was a good episode. I like that episode because we got to get with crazy people about conspiracy theories and Corona stuff, while also getting a Florida man, and also just berating new superheroes.
New Marvel. New Marvel's the worst Marvel, by the way.
How do you mean?
New Marvel's the worst Marvel. They're pandering to a really bad crowd that's not going to buy their shit.
Or they will. You know what?
Do you really think that's going to be a selling comic?
Well, so the way I think of it is like Miss Marvel, right? Mm-hmm. Not the old one who is now Captain Marvel, but Miss Marvel, the one who is why can't I think of her name? She's Indian or Pakistani or something like that. I know what you're talking about. And so it just kind of gives you a superhero that, you know, like not only a female, so little girls can look up to her, but also that race could look up to her. So I kind of see where they're going. Plus, wait, isn't it Kamali
Ninjiani
or something like that? But it just kind of shows that they're trying to have something for everyone, where there isn't in a world that there isn't something for everyone. I just think they're going about it the wrong way. Like they're taking the names and making it their own. It's like they're taking back the names kind of thing, and it's just.
But they're not.
But they're not. So I don't know why Safe Space couldn't have been named the Protector or something like that. Somebody who
that made sense.
Yeah, hey, name him the Protector because he doesn't protect himself; he protects others. Or name him Bullet Shield or something like that, or Shield. Shield would have just been cool, something like that. Snowflake makes sense. Like I was asking you, Snowflake makes sense because she can make snowflake shurikens or whatever. But even if she just had if she could just freeze stuff or make it snow or whatever, having a snow related name made sense. But Safe Space, that was just grasping at straws almost. And also honestly, they don't have any offense people. They have two, I would say. They have B negative and they have Snowflake. Those are the two offensive.
I was wondering who your second one was.
Yeah,
B negative. Okay.
Just because he has the powers of a vampire and Morbius and stuff. So, but everybody else is either really lame or is a protector.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think they're going about it the wrong way. It's not going to sell that well, but
No, it's not going to sell at all. They're losing money.
Well, they're also gaining money because, not right now because of the really bad recession and stuff.
No, I'm talking comic books.
Oh, comic books?
Because MCU, which right now is kind of dead in itself, but comparing MCU to actually comic books is going to this shitty ass writing. Yeah. And it has for a while, and comic sales have just dive bombed to nowhere. Yeah. The only thing keeping Marvel afloat right now is the MCU. Right. And if the MCU starts to integrate this bullshit,
well, they have way more interesting stuff than what they have right now. So, which is nice.
What, the MCU?
Yeah, to material to work off of, Avengers versus X-Men or X-Men versus Inhumans. They still have all of that stuff they can work with.
They do, but that doesn't mean they're going to continue that way or if they're going to move this way. And if they move this way, it'll be the end of the MCU.
Yeah, I can see it. Anyway,
that's what I'm saying.
They're
shooting themselves in the foot. Comics are going down because they're pandering to a crowd that's not going to buy their comics.
Well, I mean, you asked me the question do I think they're going to add Safe Space and Snowflake into the MCU? Doubtful. And the reason I say that is this is the testing market. You see them doing it?
I could see them doing it. You want to know why? Oh, Captain Marvel, the shitty female random scene in Endgame that was bullshit. The Fat Thor. They're working their way up to it. You know they are.
Well, are you saying they're gonna add Safe Space or somebody like that?
See it.
See, I don't. Because Safe Space wouldn't be a good hero. Because
it's not a good hero, but it doesn't mean they won't make it.
I mean, in the sense of what is he gonna do? In the brand of Marvel, what are they gonna do? Watch out, Black Widow, or I guess Black Widow. Watch out, Scarlet Witch, and as he throws a bubble at someone, he'll be useless in the MCU. He may be cool in this. We don't know. It's not coming out. We're just speculating, but I mean, honestly,
he's not cool.
It's not cool. It's not.
I'm just saying, I could see them doing it.
Yeah. I can see them bringing in somebody like that. I'll say that. I can see them bringing in a a gay character, or a lesbian character, or a trans character, somebody like that, like, because like they have good ones to pick from, and they even can set it up because they have Wiccan. Wiccan is gay. He is with Hulkling. Hulk Lean. Ling.
Okay, I gotcha.
He is a Skrull that he's like a teenage Skrull that I think he's like genetically modified too. So they were experimenting on him, but he can shapeshift, and so he's also gay, but he kind of looks like the Hulk. What? What's your question?
I'm sorry.
You want me to start over? I could explain that.
No, I got it.
Okay.
This has always been my biggest question with this. How can a shapeshifter be gay? Think about it.
Okay. Thought about it, yeah.
How?
Well, I maybe I misspoke. He may be bi.
But you see where I'm coming from.
No,
right?
I get
like,
it. Well, also technically he is he is an alien, so we don't know the genetic parts he
exactly.
has.
That too. Just say it.
But here's what Hulkling looks like.
I mean, we've digressed again, so.
So that's what he looks like. And then that's when he transforms into human form, and then that's him in his uniform. He has like wings. He kind of reminds me of like Jeepers Creepers, with how he changes.
It sure does look gay.
And here's him holding hands with Wiccan. So, and Wiccan is kind of the son of Scarlet Witch and Vision. So,
I'm just saying, I could see them pulling this bullshit and trying to make it into the MCU.
well,
I could see it.
only time will tell. How about that?
I don't want time to tell that one.
So, all right. But hey, thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
I think that's about it.
Thanks, bye. Pizza's here.